Hey, so I've been wanting to share this story of how my knee being hurt made my life better. So I have had knee problems as a kid, and I hadn't had them, I think, since I've been carrying babies around, and maybe my alignment shifted, but I haven't been carrying a kid for the past year. So this is my hypothesis about why this. I was working out the other week and doing squats, and whoop, out goes my knee. And I'm familiar with this pain that I get when my knee feels like it bends backwards a tiny bit, but it sends a shock of pain down my leg. And I was pissed. I had just started a new workout routine, and I'd been having shoulder problems and back problems in the past, and so I finally found something that I could do, and now my knees hurt. And I plopped on the ground and cried. I went into the shower. My kids were still sleeping. It was 6 a.m, so I just went in the shower, and I cried and screamed, and I did that whole thing, grieving my knee injury being back. And because my experience is, once this comes, it sticks around. So I did that whole thing. I got really upset, got really pissed, I got really everything. And I got out of the shower and walked around a bit and noticed that when I pay close attention to my knee, I can go throughout my day and get my work done. This day I was needing to move a lot of hoses out of this shed and do some watering. And it was going to be a bunch of work. There's some goatsies. Hi, goatsies. So I get brushed off, and I decide that my knee hurting is going to be the most epic part of my day. So once I made that decision, my mood shifted, and off I go. I gather my boys, and we're off to do our work. And as I'm walking, and as I'm going to get the hoses, I'm saying loving things to my knee. I was hating my knee for a bit because it was causing pain. But then I remembered that it carries me everywhere. In fact, it's shown up every day of my whole life, getting me where I want to go. So I started showing some gratitude for my knee and reconnecting with the love I have for my body and for my knee. Off I go. I go into the hose shed, and as I'm moving around, I notice that every time I take my presence off my knee, it hurts again. Bends backwards just that tiny little bit, and the shock of pain goes. And I bring my presence back, and I say, okay, knee, you need my presence on you all the time, with every step. And I notice when I do that, my knee doesn't hurt. If I use my muscles consciously to keep my knee just slightly bent a little bit, I'm okay. I was like, well, that's pretty cool. All right, so knee, how are you going to teach me today? Where is there wisdom in this? And so when you bend backwards, you hurt. Where do I in my life bend backwards until I hurt? Like in my relationships. I thought about it, and I was like, damn, this is kind of what I needed to hear today. Right? And so what can I do in my relationships to not bend backwards till I hurt? Well, just like with my knee, I can keep my presence on the decisions I'm making, on the way I'm speaking, on noticing how to prevent the bending backwards feeling. Right? So thank you, knee. Some awesome wisdom. I'll take that with me today. And so off I go. And as I'm walking around, I'm noticing my knee with each step. I'm keeping my presence on it. And as I'm noticing that, this is all happening in a minute, I notice that I'm limping a bit. And I hadn't noticed it before, just the tiniest little limp. And I live in a public place. I'm working in a public place. People can see me. And I immediately got self-conscious, and I thought, I don't want to limp. I like to look strong and fit. I don't want to be limping around today. So in that minute, I try to shift my gait so that I'm not limping. And then all of a sudden, with every single step, my knee is sore. It's not that shooting pain, but it hurts a bit. And I was like, goodness, my body adjusted my gait to the exact degree that I needed to make my knee not hurt. Oh my gosh. Thank you, limp. Like, no complaints here. Keep on limping. I get to finish my work today. I get to get my hours in. So I took that, kept my limp going, kept my presence going, and decided to look for wisdom there too. Where in my inner world do I have limps, right? Places where I've been hurt, places that I've adjusted my behavior to keep myself safe, to keep myself out of pain, that I now have judgments about, right? Like the bending backwards thing, I guess. So I pondered that for a while, and I found a bunch of spots where I have fear and self-doubt and all these things that are kind of limpy, right? Maybe they served me at one moment, but today they were holding me back from doing what I wanted to do. And goodness, they got me this far. So off I go to heal those spots, right? That the limps are keeping me operating in some certain pattern. I'm going to heal those underneath little pains so that I don't have to limp anymore. As useful as the limp is, I look forward to not needing it. You know, so this is how the day that I hurt my knee, how I changed the most challenging part of my life and my day into the most epic, how it continues to serve me. I've told this story so many times, I decided to make a video about it. So yeah, if you're interested in working with me and learning how to shift the most challenging parts of your life into wisdom, into the most epic opportunities. I'm next to a big field now. Yeah, have a call with me. I have a group program starting in September about being a force of nature, about getting into the flow of nature, finding power through ease. Talk soon.